This is Lucy Gunn at CPhI in Madrid. I'm here at the Azelis stand, joined by Richard Summers. Now, for the company, consumer acceptability is a big area of focus. What are some of the R&D projects you've been working on lately?
So we've been looking at oral dosage forms, both in liquid and sort of soft gel, so sort of gummy sweet type textures. And these are for both nutraceutical and pharmaceutical type products. So for the syrups, we've been looking at seeing if we can get suspension into very low viscosity so that they're easier to take. And for the gummy technologies, it's whether or not we can get good flavour masking for some of the actives we put into a gelatin sugar-free texture, which is quite a key trend for us that we're seeing coming through from the food market as well as into the nutraceuticals and pharmaceuticals.
What are the key challenges in achieving success in such projects, though?
The biggest one is obviously sweets taste nice, but they don't have actives in them. Actives taste pretty horrible, and that for us is, there is an old pharmaceutical adage, which is if it tastes nice, it's not doing you good. But I don't believe that at all, and I think if we can get something that tastes acceptable, has an acceptable texture, you're going to get significantly better patient take-up of that sort of technology.
Yeah, so it's all about patient compliance, really, isn't it?
It is, and generally just sort of moving the market away from some of the more traditional things, which aren't always pleasant. I mean, obviously there is a sort of fine line between people wanting to take it all the time and the dose forms, but I think it's got to be usable and it's got to be patient friendly for people to actually want to do it, and that's across the board, from sort of ointments and creams through to syrups and tablets as well.
Now, if we actually look at the actual ingredients, can you maybe highlight a few of the interesting ones for you?
Yeah, so one of the big ones for us is a product called Gelan gum, which is used widely in the food industry for things like salad dressings, because it has a really high suspension but really low viscosity. But if you mix it with other gelling agents, you get a really nice soft gelatin-like texture. So for us, we're using that quite a lot in both topical products, so we get nice fluid emulsions and sprays, but also in suspensions and sort of jelly sweets as well.
Now, as for the industry as a whole, when it comes to the consumer acceptability, any key takeouts or ideas where you think it's heading? The pharmaceutical industry as a whole is a very traditional industry, and so it's back to the old if it doesn't taste nice, it's probably doing you good, or if it feels greasy, it's better for you. With the new technology, I'm certainly not convinced that any of that is actually true anymore. You can get the activity, you can get the nice textures from a cosmetic feeling cream through to a more food-like consistency and texture and flavour with some of the more sort of traditionally horrible things. Like paracetamol suspension is grim, but I'm sure there are ways of making it taste better and getting sort of better flowability and things. So it's really broadening up the scope when it comes to the options.
Yeah, I think, and from that perspective, I think sometimes people have to look outside of the pharmaceutical industry into the food and more medical side of things for sort of ideas and technologies which seem to be very useful.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problems.